Hey, what's up, guys? All right, this is video 2. Today I want to do basically a little speculation on the coming Fujifilm stuff, specifically either if they call it the X100VI or X100R, whatever it's going to be. I think VI would be a little weird. I know it's for SEO purposes, but I don't know. Every other name has been, just one letter, so it sounds a little weird to say, but not a big deal. Just marketing stuff. So starting off, I just want to say this is probably going to come off as like a negative video, possibly, but that's not the point of this. That's not the point of the channel. It's just to look at things how they are as close as I can get to an objective analysis of things. Get to the essence of the thing. So it's not really positive or negative. It's just trying to look at things concretely. So we all saw with the X100V, obviously there was a huge marketing success on TikTok and other platforms. YouTube, people make videos, seems like every 10 minutes about X100V in whatever year, is it worth it, blah, blah, blah. So huge marketing success. And then obviously the shortages that followed made it like impossible to get. We saw it skyrocket on the used market. People are flipping them for, twice the price of what they're supposed to be, essentially. And Fujifilm claimed it was all supply shortages. Just no way that they could keep the factory running. Lights are shutting off and everything. They can't possibly make more, or hire more people, get more factories, etc., to fulfill demand. So what I have in my notes, basically, the whole supply and demand thing. It's not really what drives this. It's all about revenue. So what they're essentially trying to do is downsize and get as much profit as they still can, or really maintain their margins. So like I said, revenue is what drives this, not actual shortages. Obviously, they could make more. They could address the shortages in their hiring, whatever, in their production to make more. I know the OVF HVF situation isn't necessarily easy, but they could address this. But like I said, that's not really the point. It's about getting more out of making your company smaller. So whether that's downsizing people, jacking up the prices, selling some premium Fujifilm experience. So obviously this is pure speculation. I think the successor, the X100VI or R, it's probably going to be priced higher, and people are going to consider this some kind of relief compared to the X100V. They saw prices, 2,000, 2,300, etc. So when Fujifilm launches this and say it comes out at $1,799, and then once again goes on the used market, gets inflated, etc. But when people see that initial sticker price, they're going to go, "Wow, that's not as bad as the X100V was. What a relief! What a joy!" So importantly, this is something I've seen in the camera market, but in other stuff as well. It's essentially a pre-order economy. So what they want to do is secure their revenue ahead of time, secure it straight up. They can make a very slim production line, have almost nothing in stock anywhere, no, as little product on shelves as possible, and just keep you waiting. Essentially, you could be waiting for months to get your item that you paid for, or longer. Who knows? We'll see. Obviously, my hope is that they don't do this, and that they just they have decades of data to see what the demand's going to be, what they're going to sell, like that kind of stuff. They know ways to project this, and any company is projecting their sales. So again, they have a pretty good idea of how much they're going to move, and it's whether or not they choose to fulfill that, which they likely will make less than what they're projected to sell. My advice, which like I said, is probably going to sound negative, don't ever buy this camera. Don't pre-order any more Fujifilm stuff. As long as they're going to keep up these practices, even if it's still like an older Fujifilm, like I had the X Pro 2 previously, which is a great camera, personally, or go for an older full frame body will still outperform this, but don't buy into the hype. I know they're nice cameras still, but Don't put yourself through the pre-order stuff. Don't put yourself on a permanent waiting list. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. And Fujifilm, they don't really deserve to keep their their margins if they're going to do that. And I have the advantage of just being a small channel, like I said, not not endorsed by anyone, not paid by anyone. So maybe you get a little bit more of an authentic view from me that you shouldn't put yourself through that. I mentioned before that I have the Ricoh GR3X, and I might dog APS-C sensors in other contexts, but the Ricoh series is the only camera like that is pocketable. So there's a real world form factor difference that people actually perceive versus something like the X100 series. Like people still see that and they think, oh well, that's like a professional camera probably. And there's really not much of a difference between that and full frame cameras that you can get even. So the way people perceive that on the street or just out and about doing errands for the day, people see that essentially the same. Whereas a Ricoh, it's a little more inconspicuous. People think it's a digicam now, so they really don't know what you're shooting with. And it's something like I said you can put in your pocket, and it's not as obtrusive in situations where maybe some people aren't really comfortable with you having a camera around you all the time. So yeah, we'll see in February. Like I said, I'm predicting a higher price compared to the X100V, but people will see it as a relief compared to the previous used prices. You're going to see the pre-order economy in full swing. I'm trying to secure the revenue up front and then keeping you on a waiting list. You'll see the YouTubers, professionals, get them ahead of time, get them on time, and market them like crazy. But it's important to remember that's a club that you're not necessarily in. And ultimately, if you still want the camera, I'm sure it's going to be good. 40 megapixel sensor, still going to have the HVF and all that. They're good cameras, but to me, the negatives of kind of the whole fake supply chain issues are too much of a drawback for me. So yeah, well, I mean, we'll see by the end of February, I guess, how it goes. But that's it for me today. Again, this is not supposed to just be strictly negative, but just looking at how things happened and what is likely to come. But again, I could always be wrong. Can't really predict the future. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Later.